Welcome to the Raising Confident Girls podcast, your guide to raising strong, confident daughters. I'm Melissa Jones, the founder of Girls Positivity Club and a teacher for over 20 years. In a world where girls often feel overwhelmed, anxious, and confused, this podcast is your go-to space. As caregivers, we navigate challenges together. I founded Girls Positivity Club to provide a place where you belong and get the tools to face today's hurdles. Consider this your regular check-in with a trusted friend, offering insights and practical tips for meaningful conversations. I'm here to help you feel confident on this journey of raising a generation of empowered girls. Let's dive in and raise those confident girls together. Hey everybody, welcome back to Pep Talk Friday. I am Melissa, and I'm so happy you're here today. This is one for parents whose daughters have been really struggling lately. Maybe feeling a little bit out of place or unsure of herself or just not quite like her usual self. Sometimes this can look like she's a little bit quieter than usual. Sometimes she's not really doing things that she used to enjoy. And sometimes it looks like that she just feels sad. And even though you've tried to talk with her or reassure her or support her, there's still a moment when you might think, I don't know if I'm even doing this right. I don't know if I'm showing up in the right way. I don't know if I'm saying the right things. I don't know if any of this is really mattering to her because she still doesn't want to talk to me about whatever it is. And if that's you, I just want you to take a breath because I want you to know that you probably are not telling yourself this enough. You don't have to fix everything to be exactly what she needs. Your presence matters more than your perfect words. Your steady calm matters more than having the perfect advice. And your willingness to sit beside her when she's uncomfortable matters more than anything else. You may feel unsure, but she feels your steadiness. You may feel like you're not getting through, but she feels your presence. You may think that you're not reaching her, but you are. And I want to remind you of something really important. Your support is working. It just doesn't always show up in the moment that you expect. Now, this has happened to me a lot of times in my own parenting and in the classroom. And it's like, checking in with someone and asking about their day or asking about certain activities that they're in. And I'm talking about like when I was a teacher. I used to do this all the time. I would check in with every student in the morning. I would, if I knew that they had a game coming up or I knew something about their dog, I would make conversation. And sometimes it just seemed like it didn't matter to them. But it did because I kept showing up consistently for them. And I think about that as a mom. Like sometimes we know that our daughters are feeling out of place and sometimes it's in a new classroom, or sometimes it's in a new situation where maybe they started a new activity, or maybe it's a shift in their friend group and you know that it's really bothering them that something's happening in their friend group and they don't really want to talk about it yet, or they get really defensive when you talk to them about it. And it just seems like no matter what you say, nothing is really impacting, or you're just getting, like I said, shoulder shrugs, or you're just not getting a lot of information and you're wanting to help her fix it. But there doesn't really seem to be anything that's helping and that's getting through. And I had a mom come to me recently and just tell me about her daughter who is feeling this way too. And that did a couple of things for me. Like, number one, it made me feel like I was alone, because whenever someone says something that's similar to your situation, even if it's totally different, it's like a similar theme. It's like, oh, okay, me too. So I'm not the only one. And she came to me and said, her daughter had been feeling out of place in class. She didn't have her usual friends with her. It was a new school year. And she's like, I have said everything that I can think of and nothing seems to be helping. Do you have any advice for what I could say or do? And here's what I reminded her of. Because as we were talking, I was like, well, tell me about your normal routine. Like tell me some ways that you're showing up for her. And she was like, well, We sit together every night at the table. I sit beside her. We say goodnight every night. We have a nighttime routine that we do together. We, you know, fill in the blank. She just told me examples of what she'd done. And I just reminded her that her daughter keeps coming to the table and sitting with her. Her daughter keeps saying goodnight, even if it's in a softer voice and she knows something is on her heart that she maybe isn't quite ready to talk about. She kept showing up in the places where she felt safest with her. And whether it's even in the kitchen, like I know with my teenager, this is something that happens a lot, is like I'll be in the kitchen cooking because I'm the one who does most of the cooking in my family. And it's like, all of a sudden my teenager shows up and is just there with me. And we're not having a big talk, but we're just there together. And I think sometimes they just need us, whether they're teenagers, whether they're any age, they just need to be around us because we feel safe. And that's something that I reminded this mom of, is like, be proud that she knows that you are a safe person for her. And when she is ready to talk about it, she will. And she wasn't pushing away. She was retreating toward her mom, not away from her. And our girls don't always say, thanks, that helped. Just to be around you, that helped. But their behavior shows it. And so your daughter is doing the same in quiet, subtle ways that matter. So I want you to think about that. Like, how is she acting? And if she is retreating to her room, like that's something too. But what are the ways that she is spending time with you? So is she coming and sitting beside you? Is she, initiating any of those things? And if she isn't, where could you insert yourself and just sit beside her without giving advice, without offering solutions, without making her have a big talk? But it's just like, how can you insert yourself as a calm presence consistently with her? Is it at bedtime? Is it in the morning before she goes to school and you say a certain thing that feels predictable? Is it leaving her a little note on her mirror that is just a quiet, I love you? And I want you to think about a little tool that you can use too. This is a grounding phrase that you can use the next time she's hurting and you feel that pressure to fix it. You can say, I'm right here and we'll walk through this together. Or I'm right here and we can talk when you're ready. Something like that. Because a powerful phrase like one of those does these powerful things. It takes the pressure off you because you don't have to solve it. It takes the pressure off her because she doesn't have to pretend that she's okay. And it reconnects you both to the calm. That's where confidence grows. And one other thing that I like to do is just put my arm or my hand like on the shoulder or my arm around her and just say, if she's not ready to talk yet, you don't have to talk. You don't have to say anything. I'm just here. Or it's okay. Or when you're ready, I'm here. Or you're not in this alone, okay? I'm right here with you. So even just saying those supportive phrases is really powerful, because this isn't about getting her to open up in this moment. It's about helping her feel anchored enough to stay steady, and it's feeling safe being around you. And when she feels anchored and safe around you, she's braver than you think. And she feels braver than you think. And when she's ready about it, she'll open up in her own way. And she doesn't have to tell you every detail of what's going on, but little things will come out. And maybe you do have to talk about, like the mom was saying, her daughter doesn't feel like she fits in her new class. She doesn't really know anyone. And so maybe at bedtime, all of a sudden she opens up about it. Or maybe you say, what's something that makes you feel good at school? And if she's like, nothing, then, that really opens up a conversation about like, if it's too painful for her to share about social things, because that's the part that's really bothering her, maybe it's, what's a good book you're reading in class if she loves to read? Or what's a math problem that you enjoyed solving, if that's her thing. Like just thinking about something she enjoys in school and you know she does, and maybe starting with something like that to ease into talking about what's going on with the way she's feeling. So if you're wondering lately, or even right now in this moment, am I helping? Is she hearing me? Am I doing this right? I want you to remember this. You are exactly the parent she needs. Not because you're perfect, because you're present. And your presence is shaping her more than you know. So take a breath. You're doing an incredible job. And she feels the love you think she's missing. You've got this, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining another empowering episode of the Raising Confident Girls podcast. Share today's insights with caregivers and friends, building beautiful relationships with strong girls. Hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. We're not just a podcast, we're a community. Follow Girls Positivity Club on social media for more empowering content on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. This podcast empowers you, supporting incredible girls. Let's create strong, beautiful relationships with the girls in our lives. I appreciate you listening today. Stay confident, stay connected. Until next time, keep raising those confident girls. You've got this.